technical director and involved in CG and computer games and environmental design. Having spent 20 years in a space of convergence between art and technology and entertainment. I've had a long love for theater. I grew up with the theater, and for me, theater has always been, in some way, kind of the ultimate kind of experience that a community can have together. I always experience and imagine as a kind of sacred portal for people to get a glimpse of themselves behind a mask on and have this incredible experience and come now back to the theater, and actually have come back to the theater through Burning Man, having found Burning Man 6 years ago and having gone consistently through that, realize that Burning Man itself is one giant, uncontrollable, chaotic theatrical experiment where pretty much everyone comes there, from receiving their new identities, exploring their identities, exploring other people's new identities, or actually participating in a completely unscripted theatrical event. And because of that, it actually borders on the shamanic. But without exploring that further, I could say that having then found, through the synchronicity, having found the creation of this piece with Mark Nichols and Eric, I've found a way to channel all of that knowledge from the 20 years of having worked with large groups of people in production and creating environments and experiences, towards channeling it into this piece. And so for me, this piece is really for lack of a better term, I hate using the word evangelical, but it is expressive of that evangelical spirit at play, meaning because Burning Man has no didactic set of ethics. It's something that's being explored by a very large community. It's really about, well, it really is about the spirit of fun, or being childlike but not childish. And then at the same time now, for the theater, transmitting that to an audience and taking them on that journey, opening up the doorway through that looking glass into it. So I come to this from wanting to cook people a good meal and have them remember it. And of course, none of this would be possible without the synchronicity of having met Daphne and fallen in love with her in the first place, and realize that all these junctures are coming into this place where we can create artistic, spiritual, community experiences for people.
I'm a visual artist. I'm a ceramic artist. Is what I'm. Spent many years in school training for that. When I made some major moves since I've been to LA, and one of them was to find a live-work, loft kind of situation to facilitate my ceramic business. I landed into a giant space that if I was going to take it, really had to become more of a community space. Community art space, and when I was walking around, with just empty walls and nothing built up, I kept picturing a theater and puppets. I wanted to see puppet making. I wanted to see theater happening, and I had I hadn't met Yoni yet. I hadn't met any, I had no connection to anything that's happening now. But that was the vision I kept seeing for the space that I was in. So through just this, synchronicity. And life, all these things have manifested, which is amazing. And I find myself making giant puppets when I go home, which is amazing.